have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Hi YouTube, welcome to RV Daydream. Today we're going to talk about a few things, like, I don't know what. He's going to tell you.
I got the list. She just wanted to do the intro. She's a camera hog. Not. Where we're at currently, Heidi's on vacation this week. She still has to go in a couple days during the week because she's the boss. Meetings, stuff like that. Also, we have our son graduating this week from high school. That's it. We don't have anybody that's left. He has intentions of making his path in the world, which we're excited about. We're also kind of sad that he'll be moving out possibly. He may not. He may be here till he's 25. We're giving him all the freedom that he needs to make whatever decision he wants to. Also, as far as being excited for us, if he does leave out, that allows us to start making changes towards the full-time lifestyle. Still not going to happen very fast, but it's just another step. Also, we've discussed a bigger camper and a bigger truck. This camper will last us for sure this season, probably next season also. And the truck, it'll last us the rest of this season. And we'll start looking maybe for something for next season, because it's doing the job, but it's not going to do the job we want it to. And once we get into a bigger truck, we know at that point that the truck that I want to get will pretty much pull almost anything that we really need. So the truck that I would like to get is basically an older body style Ford like I currently have, and then it being with a big block gas engine in it. It'll tow pretty much everything that's out there, and we can make decisions if we want to go into a bigger camper. Then we did find out, going back a little bit here, we did find out that this camper is very tight with 3 people in it, 3 adults. My son, this is his bedroom at that point, and it's just not big enough to make it to where we're hanging out in the kitchen or the bedroom. That's really, or outside, which we tried to stay outside as much as possible, and he stayed inside the whole time, which was really odd. He used to like to go.
It was hot out.
It was hot. I guess that's
it was muggy.
Yeah, that's probably what was going on. Whenever we're camping, we wanted to know, how much time should we allow ourselves for electronic devices? We're talking about maybe getting a box and locking them all up, and for so many hours during the day.
I have no control.
It's okay.
None at all.
That's all right. I love her still. It's healthy for us probably to get rid of those to some extent, where they're not always on our hip and we're always checking. And it's funny how I'm tethered to my phone.
We have to find. We don't have enough to do. We do have enough to do.
Yeah.
But we need to make our time when we're not doing something, going for a walk, even when we're at home. We need to get out and do things instead of sitting. We love to sit on the porch and watch traffic because we live at a very busy intersection.
Yeah, you guys always hear that
traffic.
traffic.
Free entertainment to us. And we become lazy. I become very lazy. I work on my feet all day, and then I'll go sit beside him on the porch.
I don't know if it's just the natural progression that everybody starts slowing down and they do less work.
It's just him.
Maybe it's just me. Yeah, I always try to make sure that the day she's off, try not to work. But there's a lot of times that I'm working and she's home, and I just feel bad because she has so much limited time off that I think I should be able to be at her beck and call. So if she wants something whenever she's at home, I'm around. And if we have any projects, we can do them together. As far as when we're on the road and when we're camping and stuff, I noticed that whenever I went camping last time, I could see where there could be a lot of time spent on doing the filming part of all this. Like in the case of us going camping, I knew that I was going to have Wi-Fi after we got back to the house. However, I wanted to make sure that my camera's memory card stayed pretty empty with whatever that I filmed. I made sure they got on the computer. I just curious what I would have done if I was on the road and I knew I had to edit those videos and get them uploaded whenever we got into a Wi-Fi and enriched area. And there's a lot of time involved. Even though my films don't look very edited at all, I know they're not produced very well, but there's a lot of time that's involved for a 20-minute film that you guys see on YouTube. I usually have about an hour's worth of camera time that's involved, and usually about an hour's worth, or not quite an hour's worth, of editing too. And the reason that I don't have usually that much editing to do is I kind of like to keep it a little bit raw, and also I try to make sure that I do a few takes to where the take that needs to be produced isn't that butchered up to where it's all smooth and pretty straightforward. But still, there's a lot of time involved. Heidi had mentioned it before. We're talking about two things whenever we go full time or start camping more: allowing ourselves some walking time to get out and actually explore and move around and enjoy nature and get a little bit more healthy based on that. And also, since we'll be changing our lifestyle because we're no longer have a son in the home, which she cooks almost for
him.
She cooks for him exclusively.
Yes, I do.
He's pretty very, very picky eater, so she just does whatever he wants, and we'll pretty much eat anything, so it's not such a big deal for us. But now we can change that. She can cook smaller meals, and she can cook meals that are a little bit suited for her and I. And also, as far as our lifestyle change, eating at certain times of the day. There's a lot of times that I eat late in the evening because she gets off work later in the evening, and my son is very picky and won't eat what's in the refrigerator, even if it's a leftover or something, where in turn, there's lots of times I tell her just pick something up for our son. I'm fine. There's frozen burritos in the freezer. I can eat those. I have no problem with that. Or there's peanut butter and jelly. I'll have a sandwich. But I find myself maybe eating a little bit more because maybe I did have a sandwich and then she brings home, Wendy's or something like that, and then I eat again. So we need to change our lifestyle as far as eating goes. And I think that there's not really a such thing as a successful diet. I think it's more you changing your lifestyle successfully, your eating lifestyle successfully, or eating style. It's something that I noticed. I went on a diet a few years back. I guess that's been 8 years now. About 8 years ago, and I went from basically the size you see me now to 175 pounds, and I was in pretty good shape. I felt really good. My knees were, I couldn't believe the relief. So the diet, though, was basically based on a lifestyle change, not so much the food that I was eating, which I did change the way that I was eating, but it was definitely a lifestyle change. And then when I went back into my old lifestyle, I started eating just like a pig again, and I got right back to the same size I am now.
Me too.
yeah, same with Heidi. Also, the other thing is, reading from a short list here, we have a lot of work that we do to get ready for camping. It's work to go relax, and a lot of that has to do with us with the pop-up mentality. I've mentioned that before in previous videos. We have a really hard time keeping this camper stocked with everything that we need to where all we have to do is grab a cooler full of food and condiments and some clothes and go, and that's it. It's not like that. We have to really work and get ourselves organized and get all this stuff together and back out in the camper. And there's a lot of things that I'm looking at as we're filming here that we probably don't really need. So again, that whole downsizing thing, we're going to really start working on that. Of course, we'll have a yard sale this year like we always do, but that takes a lot of preparation because our yard sales, we don't like the ones that we go to that just have junk laying around, no prices, not organized, not clean. That takes a lot of work, but our yard sales are always successful. Our yard sales at least make $400 over 3 days. And it's
more.
Or there's just been times that it's been a lot more. That'll help us get rid of some stuff. Also, we noticed that trying to live this dual lifestyle of going camping and preparing for camping, getting the camper set up, getting the vehicle set up, we neglect our house. I don't think that our house is to the point of being bulletproof to where we could rent it out and feel confident that it wouldn't need repairs to where we could go out on the road and camp and count on that rental income without any kind of major repairs needed. Of course, we'll set something aside for any kind of contingencies that might have happened whenever we're on the road and the renters may run into. But that's so far down the road, and I don't even know. I would think that we'd probably have to keep about $3,000 in the bank for any kind of problems that happen. Because the problem would be is if we're set up at a campsite and we paid for it for a month, let's say, and there's a problem at the house, unless we're relatively close within, like, I'd say 13 hours driving time, we would have to pay somebody to come here and do the repair, and that's going to cost a lot more than if I did the repair. But we've got a lot of good people in the area that we know to make repairs on our house for us if we needed. Again, this is way on down the road, but it's something we need to take in consideration. I don't know. Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
I can't think of anything else either. But that's our update. That's what we got going on and where we're at. Still looking forward to going camping a little bit later. Our son's graduating this week, so it's going to be something that, even though Heidi's on vacation, we can't really afford to go do that. We might try to squeeze in 4th of July. That's a month away. That would be nice, but I'm sure reservations are already packed everywhere.
You got the week off.
She's got the whole week off, though, so that'll be nice. So that's it. That's our update. We thank you for watching and subscribing, and our current subscribers, thanks for all the comments. And our new subscribers, look for more. I'm going to try to include Heidi a little bit more in it whenever she's got time off, but it's awful difficult. She's got a hectic work schedule. So that's all. We'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.